Well, welcome everyone. This is our fourth section for the Classical Hebrew class through the Earth Academy. And we are going to be continuing in Chapter 3, Plural Nouns. And we are using the book, Prayerbook Hebrew, the Easy Way. And it includes canting exercises, and we are learning how to cant as well. What we will do is we will go to the vocabulary again in Chapter 3 and go through just some brief review, look at our canting prayer for this chapter, and then we will return back to where we left off last week. So with that, I should make an additional note. I did get some assignments in. Thank you so much for those. I've looked over some of them, and I will be getting back with those who turn those assignments in shortly with some feedback. And I think there was a question down here before we start. Let's look at this question here. Oh, okay. This is related to the ginger water. I'll send you an email there, Ellie, and I can let you know about that. Anyway, I hope that everyone had a good week, and so let's look at our Hebrew here. Okay. Now, I did get a couple assignments in with the vocabulary. So let's look over our vocabulary again and see what we can come up with. So the first word in our vocabulary, we have Avraham, okay? And then we have Ela. Now, I noticed that in some of the assignments, there were some students that were transliterating this A-L, A. So let me see. Let's try something different here. Clear all drawing. There we go. There we go. Ela. Notice that this part here is a segol. So this is where we get the transliteration here. So it's le, not la, le. But just one clarification for us. And notice that it is both feminine and masculine, meaning these. Our next word is davar, D-A-V-A-R, and it means word or thing, and it is masculine gender. Then we have the word for they in masculine, haim, H-A-I-M, and notice that is particular to masculine gender. And then down here we have a slight alteration on the last letter. It includes a nun sophete, making it hain, which means they, but it's feminine. And then we have our connecting vav, and notice that we learned earlier that the vav can have a patak under it. It could have a segol. It actually could be a shuruk in and of itself, and it's still a connecting vav like this if it's attached to something, and so on. So that is something we should make note of. We have the proper name Leah, L-E-A-H. I think that's probably good, just the way they've done that there. And Torah, okay, T-O-R-A-H. Very good. So, we'll clear this up. Let's continue on then to, we'll go to our, there we go. Let's go to this here. We should have beginning of Sim Shalom. So these are the two prayers we're looking at. And if we notice here, we have Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Hain V'Chesed V'Rachamim. And this is usually the tune we have. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Hain V'Chesed V'Rachamim. And we see here that Sim Shalom is the final prayer in the Shemana Esrei, or Amidah prayer in the morning service. And then we have some feminine endings there to make note of, and so on. So, translation: grant peace, welfare, blessing, grace, loving kindness, and mercy. Okay, so let's go down to the Shehachianu. And so what we have here is Baruch Atah Yahuwah. Notice that that is really, we can transliterate that to Yud, He, Vav, He. Baruch Atah Yahuwah, this is just a abbreviation. Eloheinu melech ha'olam shehachianu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. And it would go a little bit like this. Baruch atah Yahuwah Eloheinu melech haolam shehachianu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Now, I think there was someone who mentioned they wanted to see a transliteration of these. So let me go back up to Sim Shalom. So we get Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Hain Va. That's a little messy there. V'Hesed Va. I hope that helps. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha Hain V'Hesed V'Rachamim. Okay, so let me move down to the other one here, and I will transliterate that as best I can for you. Okay, so we have Baruch Atah, and then this is the Kadosh name, Yod, He, Vav, He, Eloheinu, Melech Ha Olam Shehekianu V'Kiyamanu V'Higiyanu. Oops. Let's try that down here. Lazman Hazeh. Okay, so that goes there, and that is that one. All right. So there's the transliteration for people that were requesting that of the prayers that we are covering for this chapter. Okay. Let's go back to, I believe, yeah, we did, let's see here. I think, yeah, we were just finishing up this one here, as I recall. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so now we're going to look at they in the vocabulary list. And before I do that, let's see if there's any questions. Oh, we do have some. We do have some. Let's open this up here. Yes, I got it done. Yes, the video will be posted relatively shortly there, Ellie. I hope that transliteration looks clear enough for you. It's kind of hard with an electronic pen to write these things, but we did the best we can there for you. Okay, so let's go to chapter 3, page 19. They in Hebrew. Okay, so it says, in the vocabulary list of this chapter, 2 words were introduced with both mean they. So we've got hain and hain. Haim is used when referring to males. Hain is used when referring to females. So you'll notice somewhat of a pattern as you learn Hebrew. You'll notice that the nun sophit is many times indicative of femininity at the end of one of these words, and mem sophit is many times indicative of masculinity. Okay, and you'll see that more times down the road. I promise you that. Okay, so let's look at our sentence here. We are saying here, Haim avot. They are fathers. But notice we have to change Haim to Hain imahot. Look at how that changes from aim to imahot for plural mothers. Isn't that something? So we go from this, that's single mother, in other words, this single means that it's singular, to, look at that, mothers. Okay, I like to point that out because that is quite a change. All right, Haim, Avraham, Moshe. They are Abraham and Moses. Notice the connecting vav in this case is a shurik, means and. Okay. Now, they are Sarah and Leah. So we get Hain, Sarah, Leah. And in this case, the and is the vav in its standard format. They both are translated the same. It's just a difference in how they are spelled. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, so we've got a couple more of these. There we go. Open up this chat and see what we got. Okay, that's good. We got some comments here. All right, good. All right, so let's go to move down here. When referring to a group that includes both males and females, the masculine form is used. So it defaults. It defaults basically to masculine, even if, and perhaps this sounds a bit sexist, but even if there's 19 men in a group and there's only one woman, or rather, let's do the reverse of that, 19 women and there's one man in a group, it defaults the masculine form. That's just the way it is grammatically. So let's look at this. Haim, ha'av, v'ha'aim. So we have they are the mother and the father. Now notice mother's included in here. obviously, but it defaults to this. Okay, how about Haim, Moshe, Leah? Well, normally we would use Hain if it was just Leah and Sarah, perhaps. But because we've got a man and woman in here, it defaults to Haim. That's important to remember. Okay. So in both Hebrew and English, the word they can refer to things as well as people. In Hebrew, the masculine they is used when referring to masculine nouns. The feminine they is used when referring to feminine nouns. So what you have to know then is what the gender is for the noun being spoken of, okay? So in this case, we have Haim Hadavarim. So Davarim, we know, is masculine gender, so we have to use Haim, or that they are the words, okay? Hain Ha'aratzot. We know that Ha'aratzot, meaning lands, is feminine gender, so we're going to use this one, Hain. Okay? These are the nations, Ele Ha'amim, nations, or the nations. Ela Ha'bachot. These are the blessings. The blessings, okay? Ela. So the word Ela, these is used with both masculine and feminine nouns. That's what I think we need to remember here. Okay, let's move on down. All right, so now we have some exercises. Now, let's see here. We're going to translate the following sentences into English. I think this one here, number 2, I'll probably have you guys do some of these because this is where we get into the little more of the nitty-gritty. But I will do the first 2 or 3 for you, okay? All right, so let's look at these exercises. Okay, so number 1, translate the following sentences into English. Hu HaMelech. So we get, he is the king, right? Haim HaMelachim. They are the kings. Kings, plural. He Ha'im. She is the mother, right? Number 4. Hain Ha'imahot. Oops. They are the mothers. Imahot, mothers. Ze Ha'am. Now notice that some of these are a little elementary because they're taking from the first chapter. But what they're doing is they're just slowly introducing you to get these plurals integrated. This, that's masculine, this, by the way, is the nation. Or, yeah, I would say nation in that case. Ela ha'amim. These are the nations. Okay. All right, so that gives us sort of a little bit here to work with. So now, what I would like you guys to do for our, when we go through these 7, whoever can tell me what it means, go ahead and mention it. Or I think what I can do is bring my chat down here. So if you want to post it in chat, that's fine too. So that the chat is kind of, there we go. I can post that right over here. Okay, I need to bring it in a little bit. Let's try there. How about that? That'll work. All right, so who could tell me what Zot HaBracha means? If you want to text it, you can text it. If you want to say it, you can say it. This is the blessing. Zot. This is the blessing. Remember, Zot is the feminine form of this. And notice that this has kametz he. That means that it is feminine and it's a singular form. Ha-bracha. All right. Good guess there. Okay, let's go to this one. Ela ha-brachot. Now these, you got that one. That one you were a little before there, but you've got it down there. Ellie has it there. These are the blessings.
Yeah, these are the blessings. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, how about Ani uMoshe avot?
I and Moses are fathers.
Close. Yeah, that's right. That is right. I and Moses are fathers. Thank you. That's very good. How about Sarah va'at imahot?
Sarah and you are mothers.
That's right. Sarah and you are mothers. And notice the you, of course, is the feminine form of you, at, because we're talking about feminine gender here, aren't we? Good. Hu hamelech vahem hadavarim. Wow, that's a nice big one. Who can guess that one, do you think? Well, we know who is he, right? Hamelech, the king, vahem, and they are hadavarim. Remember, davar means word or thing, and they are the words. He is the king, and they are the words. Let's look at number 12. Ela hamelachim vahen ha'aratzot. That's a nice long one there for you. These are the kings, and they are the lands, right? Aratzot is a form of eretz, a plural form, right? These are the kings, and they are the lands. All right, very good. Let's go now to number 2. Okay, now this is going to give you an example. Change the plural form to singular, translate. So we start out with Haim Melachim. They are the kings. So we need this to be reduced down to a singular form. So what they then change this to in the example is Hu Melech. He is a king. Or I think I did this wrong. It's they are kings. I probably put a the in there, but there's no the in there. They are kings, and he is a king. Okay? All right, so let's go down to number 1 and see what they have. Ela ha'aratzot. So right now, we know that this is saying these are the lands. So we need to distill this down to a singular form, and we need just to say this is the land. So now we know that land, or eretz, is feminine. So in that case, we would not use ze. We would use zot, right? Zot. And we want it to say ha-eretz. So we put our connecting definite article ha on there. And then we put our, I think that probably changes. Okay. Ha-eretz, or maybe it does stay Segol. You'll have to double check that, but basically that's what it is. Zot ha-eretz. Okay? So that's what they are asking you to do. And let's do one more, and I'm going to sign these because I think these would be a great exercise for you guys to do to really get, yes, I'm writing on the screen. Is anyone else not seeing this writing? Is anyone else not seeing this? I'm writing right now. I'm doodling. Oh my goodness. Maybe I do need to close the, maybe I need to close the chat box. Okay. Maybe that's interfering. Okay, how about now? I'm doodling a little bit. Can everybody see this now? Just say so if you can or you can't. Can you see the writing now? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. I guess I can't have the chat box up at the same time. Maybe that is causing an interference. It does not allow people to see the writing. I'm glad somebody said something about that. Okay, well, I just learned something new today. All right. So I guess we better leave the chat box down.
What are you using for a pen?
I've got an electronic pen. It's a let's see, it's a bamboo electronic pen.
Hold it up once, would you?
Okay. All right. So this is what it looks like. And it's got this little electronic pen, okay? And I can write on it, and it goes on the screen.
Nice. Thank you.
Okay, back to share screen. All right. All right, so we did number 1. Let's look at number 2. Okay. So what we have in number 2 is change the plural forms to singular. Okay, so here's mi ha-melachim. Okay. So who are the kings? That's what that's saying. Mi ha-melachim. Who are the kings? And we want this to say, who is the king? Who is the king? So we would still use me, right?
Me ha-melech.
And then we would say just ha-melech. And a half sofit, close it off. Ha-melech. I don't think there's a Shabbat there, just like that. Ha-melech, mi ha-melech. Who is the king? Okay, so you see what they're doing there. We are taking it from a plural form and changing to a singular. So let's see how you guys do with this. Let's have you do, this is exercise number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And let me open up my thing here to make a note of that. Let's see. I guess we need to stop this share here. This is exercise 2, 3
Professor,
through 8. Okay.
Professor, may I
Yeah.
may I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
At the very end of the recording, in case we don't get all of this written down, can you represent whatever you want to give us as exercises so that we'll know what to do in case we don't get this written down correctly during the class? That'd be
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah, I will put it in a in fact, I'm going to let's see, I will save this, save as, and I'm going to entitle this assignments. And then you will actually, I will bring this up for you so that you can see it, okay?
Great. Or
Okay.
post it somewhere so we can see what we're supposed to do. So I was a little
Okay.
confused. I had
Yep.
a lot of catch up to do, and I think I
Okay.
did more than I was supposed to. Thank you.
No trouble. Okay, so I've got that there. Chapter 3, section 2, 2 through 8. Let me bring this back up again. Okay, share screen. Okay, so I've got that listed, and I'm going to post that so everyone can get a copy of it and write it down. All right, so let's now go down to change the singular forms to plural. We're going the other way now. Okay, so here we go. So what we have here is Zot HaShabbat. So we have this is the Sabbath, but know that Shabbat is feminine, so we're using a feminine word for this, which is Zot. But we need to make it say these are the Sabbaths. So in order to do that, let's see here. In order to do that, we need to have the word for these, which we know to be Elah. Okay. These, and then we need this right here, this Ha-Shabbat, we need this to say Ha-Shabbatot. Okay, Ha-Shabbatot. So then we would, and you could just kind of connect those two there. And to give it the plural ending, we're going to use the ot ending. Holem Tav. So, Elah ha-Shabbatot. So that's what this one is going to be. Okay? Let's go to the next one. Zeh Am. This is a nation. Notice that Am is masculine gender, so we have to use masculine gender this, but it doesn't matter if we say these are the nations. Okay? So we're still using Elah. Okay? Elah. And then we need the word for nations. So we're going to be using let's see, what is it? Amim. Amim. So that's ayin, mem. Put a dagesh in there. Hirik, yod, mem, sofit. So these, and notice there should be a space here, guys. That separates those words. Elah, amim. these are nations, because we're just saying this is a nation. We need to say these are nations, plural. Okay? Is everybody kind of following along there with that concept? So we're just going reverse. We're taking these singular nouns that they're giving us and we're making them plural. And remember, the easy part of it is that this ELA word is going to be in there. Okay? And you can look up above in your book to get the spelling. It's one thing to get the consonants, but sometimes I forget exactly what the nakud is, so it's helpful to have those up there. Okay, so I guess we'll do a couple more here. We'll do a couple more. We have Mi HaMelech, who is the king? And now we need to say, who are the kings? Who are the kings? Well, we're still going to use me, as it doesn't matter whether you're talking about a plural or singular for the word who in Hebrew, me. And the word for kings is ha-melachim. Okay, ha-melachim. So what we would do is we would put a mem in there, and this mem would have a shava under it. A chaf, hirik, yod, ends with mem sofit. So in this case, this hirik, yod, mem sofit combination makes this plural. So, who are the kings? Mi hamelachim. Okay, let's do one more. All right. Mi ha'av. Who is the father? We need this to say, who are the fathers? The fathers, okay? So, we would still use me in this case, the word for who. And we're going to use ha'avot. That's what we are looking at here, ha'avot. So, okay. Okay, ha'avot. All right. Who are the fathers? Okay, so that gives you an idea. Let's reverse these now. I'm gonna assign section 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's see how you do with that. And let me throw those on here for us. Section 2, 5. Let's see, wait a minute. We're in section 3 probably, right? Let's look at this again. Section 3, yes. 5 through 8. Okay, 3, 5 through 8. Can you see this Word document, everyone, that I'm switching back over to? With the assignments, or are you still seeing the Prayerbook Hebrew book? Okay, well, let me switch back. All right. So that's what we've got here for this here. We've got this one, this one, this one, and this one, and I've listed it down there for you. All right, so let's move on down. So this is now translate these sentences into English. So this is a little simpler than trying to convert, I would think. This is just simple translation. So let's look here. If you can help me with any of these, you guys let me know. Go ahead and speak it out. Ela ha aratzot v'zeh ha'am. So we have these are the lands, and this, the ze, and this is the nation. Ha'am, the nation. These are the lands, and this is the nation. Okay, number 2. Avraham va'ani avot. So we know that Abraham is Abraham. Va'ani means and I are what? Avot, fathers. Fathers. Abraham and I are fathers. Okay. Hain ha'imahot v'haim ha'melachim. So, Hain is the feminine form of they, right? Ha'imahot, they are the mothers. V'haim is, and they, masculine, the kings. So they are the mothers and they are the kings. That's how that is translated. Number 4, he, aim. She is a mother. Umi, at. Isn't that something? There's something relatively new. I don't know if we've run into that before or not. But it basically is saying and who. And who. And at is a feminine form for you. So she is the mother, and who are you? That's what that translates to. Okay? Ata ha'av. You are the father, v'hamelech, and the king. You are the father and the king. Okay? Zot ha-Torah, this is the Torah, va'ela ha-Davarim, and these are the words. Remember, Davarim is plural for Davar, meaning word or thing. So this is the Torah, and these are the words. Okay? Ani ha'aim v'hi Leah. I am the mother, v'hi, and she is Leah. Okay? I haven't written these out alongside here. I'm hoping that you guys can just make the note on your notebook. Ha'imahot Sarah v'Leah v'Havot Moshe v'Avraham. So we have ha'imahot. The mothers are Sarah and Leah. V'Avot. And the fathers are Moses and Abraham. That's how we translate that one. Okay, so now I'll have you guys do 9, 10, 11, section 4, chapter 3, section 4, 9, 10, 11. Nine to 11. Okay. We got that. Let's make this a little bigger. How about we do that? There we go. That looks a little better. All right. Let's go back here. So that is our translation. You guys just get a little bit of a taste of translation work here. Now let's go down to here. And before we hit this here, because we've only got 10 minutes left for this class, and I'll probably only do a couple of these. Let me see if we've got any questions here. Okay, please write them out if you still can't see the assignments. Okay, yes, I wrote them out. Any other comments or questions before we just finish this up?
Sorry, sir. I couldn't see what you were writing on those, and They were two separate things. I still can't see your assignments. Sorry.
Okay. No,
Great
no
job,
worries. Here it is. I'll make sure you guys get it. Can you all see that now?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and, but we're not, that's what I will put up in the last 2 or 3 minutes, okay? Give you guys a chance to copy it down.
Great.
But let's see if we can finish, get a few more minutes here into this chapter if we can. All right, so let's switch to this other one here. All right, so in this case, now you will find that this exercise is probably the most difficult type of exercise in all of this book. It takes a lot of mental work and careful looking at these things carefully to get these. And I say that because I've done them, and they just require a little more than your other exercises. That's what I've found anyway, but maybe some of you will whiz right through them. We'll see. All right, at, aim. So this is the example, at, aim. And what we want to do is replace the underlined word with the word in parentheses and change the rest of the sentence if needed. That's the key phrase, if needed. So in most of these cases, it will be needed, okay? So let's look at what we have here. We have, you are a mother. Right? That's what we get with just this here. Now, what they want us to do is they want us to get rid of this and put this in here now. Okay? So what happens to at? Can anybody tell me? Does it stay the same or does it change to something else? Becomes ata. Ata. Okay? I don't know if I got that nukud right, but might be this here. That might be ata. Okay, so this needs to, this part right here needs to change to this. Ata, in order to support av. So let's get rid of this. Okay, and we'll put our av in there. That's the answer to number 1. Okay, that's how we do those. So you can probably understand that as the sentences get more complex, more and more things have to change. So they really want you to understand about pairing up gender with gender and whether something is singular or plural. They're really going to give you the ability to understand this very well if you can slog through these exercises. So let's look at another, number 2 here. We have hu hamelach. He is the king. But what we're going to do now is we're going to, they want us to get rid of this and put this over here. So haim something. It's they. Can we say they are the king? That doesn't make sense. So we have to change hamelach to hamelachim. Okay? Hamelachim. So let's take a look at this here. Haim. Ha. I hope I got that nukud right. Haim ha melachim. So you see, this has to change because we've introduced this. So that's how these are done. Does anybody have any questions on how these exercises are done? Got some comments here. Okay, good. Somebody answered the question. Changes to ata. Good. Somebody got that right. Okay. Now, let's see here. Bring this down. All right, so let's look here. Oops. We'll do a couple more. All right, so all right, so number 3, we have Avraham Moshe Avot. Now this is kind of interesting. Abraham and Moses are fathers. But what if we get rid of this and we put Haim in front of that? Okay? Tell me, who can tell me, does anything change or does something change? Do we change our vote if we use Haim? Right now it says Abraham and Moses are fathers.
Would it be Haim Avot?
It would just be Haim Avot. That's right, because Haim is masculine and it's plural, so it matches masculine plural noun, doesn't it? So in that case, nothing would change. We just would change it around. So they're just reaffirming that for you. Okay. Number 4, let's look at one more. Haim Melachim. They are kings. They are kings. But notice they want us to get rid of this and put imaho in here. Uh-oh. This has to change, doesn't it? What changes?
Hain.
Yes, it becomes Hain. I'll write it over here. Hain. Because imahot is feminine plural. So they are the mothers. That's what we are transforming this into. Okay? All right. Let's, so we'll stop there. I think you guys have enough homework for this section. Let me get rid of this. There we go. Get rid of that. Stop share. And let's, I guess we have just about 4 more minutes. Does anybody have any comments, feedback? I try to make this as clear for you guys as I can. And you guys are giving me good ideas, by the way, things I don't even think of as I'm teaching. So if you have a suggestion, send me an email, and it very well you may see it in the next class, okay? Just like the transliteration suggestion for the prayers. I will try to do that from now on. Any feedback so far? Okay. Well, let me put up the exercises here. And we've just got 3 sets here. You've got chapter 3, section 2, 3 through 8. Go ahead and write those down. Chapter 3, section 3, 5 through 8. And chapter 3, section 4, 9 through 11. Oh, that's all right, Marcial. That's fine. I can see the text. And thank you again for those who have turned in the assignments. Remember, if you get too far behind, you will have great difficulty because this builds up more and more and more. And so do your best to try to keep up. That's why I'm not giving exercises that are so onerous. At least I don't think so. But if you have any other feedback about that, okay. Here is, okay, yeah, it's not Yahad Greenwood. It's Yahad. It's not written out Greenwood. GWD is at gmail.com. There it is. Oh, I put a B in there. Let me try that again. If I can get this right. At gmail.com. There we go. Yahad, GWD, at gmail.com. Okay? Everybody gets that down? Okay, thank you, Ellie. I appreciate that. All righty, let me stop my share here. All right, I think we did pretty good tonight. And when we continue next week, we're going to get right into that deep exercise thing. We'll go over one more time our Sim Shalom and our Shehachiano. We'll just look real quick at the vocabulary. We'll continue through, and I think we're going to get into chapter 4. I believe so. I give you good tidings for this week, and I hope that everything, you can understand everything, and if not, shoot me an email. I've had some students send me emails, and that's fine. I think they'll tell you, the ones that I've corresponded with, I get back pretty quickly because I have my phone with me, and I just immediately give you a response so you're not left hanging. Okay? Alrighty. I think I will turn it back over to Dr. Snyder, and I will bid you all good evening. Erev Tov.
Fine job, and thank you all for once again being so faithful to this course. This is kind of a tryout for future courses, and so your attendance means a lot to us. Thank you.
Thank you.